Hey, I want to welcome everybody to our video here, and especially you, Shawn. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing great, Noel. How are you?
Fine. So tell the nice people who are watching our video what your name is and where you practice.
Yep, my name is Shawn Finn. I practice in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, two offices just north of the city.
And what motivated you to become a five-star management client? You've been a client now for how many months?
I think I started in September, so it's now January, February. So it's 6 months almost,
About,
roughly.
about 6 months. So what
Right.
motivated you to join? Usually, if things are going well, people aren't looking for solutions. So what was going on?
Had some struggles and had some. We had recently, a few years ago, opened a second location, and we were really struggling getting that location going. It had also taken away from the main office, so we were really struggling with those two offices and their growth.
Okay. So now, what's the biggest change that has happened in 6 months since you've been a five-star management client?
Both offices are beautifully profitable and growing significantly. That would be maybe the top of mind change, if you will, the big change. Um, there are a number of others, but that's the big one.
So beautiful and profit really do go close together.
Yes, they do. They do.
And so let me ask you for an example. For instance, I know that your big concern was your second office. You had actually thought about getting rid of it, closing it down because it just
hmm
was, it had been a financial drag on you and hadn't been a success. How has
hmm
that come around in just 6 months?
Uh, we recruited the doctor down there to Win-Win Associates and got him on board with that program. And since then, they've grown every month. They had an amazing quarter. Really, their first. I mean, we started together, working together in September. That October, they had a great October, had a great quarter. And then last month they hit their record in collections. They hit 40,000 in collections, which is something we've been working on doing for 4 years. And they hit it last month.
And one of the things that you said is that you recruited him, or we recruited you really, you recruited him to Win-Win Associates. And Win-Win Associates, of course, is the program that I teach where the clinic director wins and the associate wins. How did he receive the Win-Win program, and what type of an effect did that have on him?
He received it really well with great excitement and anticipation. He was definitely in the same position where I was, where he wanted to grow, just wasn't sure how to get there. And so he received it very well. And since then has taken off with the program and has worked very hard to make it successful.
I think a lot of doctors have told me that their associates don't seem to be motivated. And what you're telling me is your guy is motivated. What lets you know that he's motivated, and why do you think he's motivated?
We I meet with him regularly and meet with him on a weekly basis. And he constantly, and this is one of the great things with coaching with you, Noel, that I've learned is focusing on his wins and what he's doing well and what he's excited about, and then helping him with any of his things that he's any of his challenges. And so every week, I mean, he's excited, he's fired up, he's focusing on this amazing future that we're working on together.
Okay, so that's one office. And so that I love seeing that office do well. And I was so excited last month, along with you and along with Dr. Andrew Walker, when his numbers came in and he did so
hmm
well. But let's go to the other office. How is that
hmm
office doing compared to when we first met?
That one's also growing nicely as well. When we first met, I had been going through some back troubles, some disc issues in my back. And so I had to step out of active practice. So, and again, in a very short period of time working with you, we were able to recruit, find a replacement for me, got him implemented in the main office. And my existing associate there, we also recruited over to Win Win. And he is crushing it as well. So the the main office is back on that growth curve, which is what we've been looking for a long time. It's been flat for a while.
So one of the things I typically do is I'll work with a doctor who's also a practicing doctor, but you have had, and you just mentioned that, you've had some disc issues, and so you're
Mhm.
not practicing now. And you and I have been working on you transitioning for a short time or maybe even for the rest of your career to be a managing doctor
Mhm.
rather than a practicing doctor in your own system. What are some of the things that we have done that have helped you with that challenge, that transition?
So you've definitely helped me a ton with really overall management, and really how to connect and communicate with my associates. And one of the things that we talk about is helping them achieve their dreams. You
Right.
know, those guys don't go to chiropractic school to come work for Shawn Finn. You know, that wasn't their dream when they decided to go to chiropractic school. So that's been the blessing for me is I am thoroughly enjoying. I just met with two of my associates. So blessed to be able to run with them and
Mhm.
help see their goals become a reality, their dreams become a reality. That to me is it's I'm finding it more gratifying than treating patients. I love treating patients. I love helping people, but I tell you what, seeing these guys get excited about this is pretty awesome.
That's great. And I know exactly what you mean. And gratefully, I hear that a bunch from doctors who understand, embrace, and implement the win win system, that there's a new dimension to practice. People have told me after being in practice 20, 30, even 40 years that they're more excited about practice today because of what win win is doing, helping more people, having more fun, making more money. Now, is there something that you learned from Five Star that you use on a regular basis every day that's helping you with this type of transition?
Absolutely. Painting a mutually beneficial future for our associates. And when win-win at its essence is about that, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
They're able to accomplish their dreams, their goals, and in the process, I'm able to accomplish mine as well. So really focusing on that mutually beneficial future, how they can be successful, knocking down obstacles, knocking down barriers along the way. That's my job. So
Right.
then they can be in position to go out and achieve their dreams and their goals.
Right. So now, hopefully, somebody's watching our video who
Yes.
might have multiple clinics, might have multiple associates, might not be having the experience that they want, might have an experience a little bit like you had before we met. What would you say to that person? What are they going to find, and and, and how is their experience going to be at Five Star?
I think that they would have a wonderful experience. I would encourage them to join. Um, Working with you, I get text messages on a consistent basis from you, checking in, phone calls. We talked the other night after I was down visiting our office after they broke a record. So I would encourage anyone who's considering joining, I would do it in a minute. I definitely would.
Well, I think so. This is my forecast. I think that your second half of your career is going to be more thrilling, more exciting, and more rewarding than the first half. You'll have a chance to affect many, many more patients, not through your hands, but through the hands of associates. And you'll be developing associates for a long, long time. I really want to thank you for giving me this interview. I'm really impressed with the work that you do. You do my program particularly well. And that's, of course, one of the reasons I asked to speak to you. So thanks a bunch, Shawn, and I wish you the best.
Thank you, Noel.